Welcome to Adventurous, presented by
Lemons and Curls. We're back. So we are rebranding our podcast. We still are under Lemons and Curls.
Yep, we are still find our website, lemonsandcurls.com.
We're passionate about bringing mothers and daughters together. We decided that the word adventure really is around so much of what we do, isn't it?
Very adventurous.
We have a whole bunch of fun, creative adventures that we've got planned.
Adventure is kind of more like getting outside your comfort zone.
It is, yeah. Finding ways. And then doing this together really has been really kind of one of our keys to having a good relationship, right? So we wanted to use then adventures as our focus then for nourishing those relationships. So hence the new name change, Adventure Us, pronounced adventurous, and because it just fits perfectly for us, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. We decided to take this opportunity to up our game a bit. Like it's, just doing audio podcasts is kind of hard when you're going on adventures. Yeah. And so we've realized that we do need to up our game. You want to explain a little bit?
So if you haven't noticed, we're doing a video podcast.
If you're listening to this on Podbean or Apple or whatever, you're just going to have the audio portion of it.
Yep.
And we're still going to be releasing those audio portions to our podcasting platforms that we've been using.
But we also have video on YouTube. And for each adventure that we're going to do an adventure each month. And for each one, we're going to have 3 videos, an intro and a conclusion, which are going to be on Podbean, and then an adventure video in the middle, which is just going to be on YouTube.
Right. And that's going to be kind of us in the middle of the adventure. Mm-hmm. So if you want to see some of the craziness that goes on, we have already recorded this one, and you're not going to want to miss the video. It is going to be quite entertaining. And we'll get into some of our craziness that we've already been on in just a minute. But we just wanted to let you know that if you're interested in finding those videos, we do have a YouTube channel. You can find us under Lemons and Curls, and you can see a lot of those videos. And then on top of that, we are going to be really upping our game on Patreon. We want to create a community of other mothers and daughters that want to nourish their relationships. We're going to have a lot of behind the scenes craziness going on, some extra bonus videos.
We have a hammock Bible study that we're going to be doing.
Yeah, every month we're going to put out another Bible study that you as mothers and daughters can join along with and do too. And we're going to be asking the Patreon community some questions and, just having a community and a conversation that way. So
we're going to have some challenge videos.
Yes, she's got me doing challenge videos.
this is good. You're not going to want to miss this. Mom doing challenge videos.
So this is definitely outside my comfort zone.
Adventure!
I can talk on a podcast all day. So this is going to be fun. I'm actually really looking forward to this. So,
how do you find Patreon? I don't even know. She's in charge of the Patreon thing.
So it's www. I'm
you
so
really
old school.
You don't even have to type that in.
No.
You could just be like, type one letter and it fills it in for you.
So your dad and I tease all the time about, doing HTTP : / Oh, old school. I feel like dating myself. Okay, so it's Patreon. PATREON.
You spell it right.
.com / Lemons and Curls. So if you go to Patreon, we have...
Do we have a link to it on our website?
Yeah, we've got links. You can go up and hit the support button. We have links everywhere for it. And what's awesome is we have a $3 a month minimum support thing on there. It's like a cup of coffee a month. And with that, you get some really exclusive deals.
Coffee is more expensive than that.
I know. Just a black coffee is especially large. My gosh, the coffee shop by us, they have like, you can get an in-house coffee. So it's in one of their really, ceramic, huge mugs.
Kind of like this, but
it's like twice the size, and it's like $1.50. It's like my favorite thing. I'm like, oh, especially at the end of the month when I'm out of money.
We go there way too much.
We do. We are there a lot.
It's just a local coffee shop.
You'll see actually that coffee shop.
Yeah, we're
in our video that we're going to release to YouTube
for
this adventure. We have a few antics that happened that you guys are going to laugh at. Okay, so let's talk about this first adventure.
So we went to Itasca State Park. If you've never heard of it, it's up in northern Minnesota. How far? It's about 2 hours from our house.
Yeah.
About 2 hours. So it's up in northern Minnesota. It is the start of the Mississippi River. And it starts only like, how wide does it start? Like 20 feet?
Not
plus,
even. It's
15
like,
feet across.
There's this cute little log bridge that will show.
But
we had planned though.
Yeah, we did have original plans.
To go backpacking. And I haven't been backpacking since college. And so Elena was like, let's go backpacking, Mom. I'm like,
yeah, because I went backpacking a couple of times this summer.
Yeah. So we were all set to go backpacking. We have the gear at home. And I started looking at the weather. And it was planning to snow. And we're not talking, this is October.
We live in Minnesota.
But we're not talking like an inch of snow, which, okay, we'll deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
It snowed 13 inches.
In October.
And so I proposed that perhaps we still go camping, but we're going to do it a winter camping style instead of a backpacking, so that we are successful in being able to make this work. So we went winter camping up there.
Our warm gear.
Yeah, we did. It was so nice.
Yes. So we went winter camping, tent camping, not camper camping.
Tent camping.
Up in Itasca. And it was really fun.
It was really fun. So we've been there before.
Yeah,
for just like a day.
Yeah, we've never actually been like camped at Itasca. We've only been to the headwaters and like did one hiking trail.
Yeah.
Before, so.
Yeah, and so we decided, hey, let's go up there and actually camp. Let's explore the campground more. And we typically go there on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve every year for like a fun event. And so we were hoping maybe some of the stuff will be open this year. It wasn't because it was cold and snowy and things shut down. So, but the park is really a fun park. It's the oldest park in Minnesota, state park in Minnesota. And it's 32,000 acres of land. So it's really good size.
It's the official start of the Mississippi River. So if you've ever seen the Mississippi River.
It's weird because it seems like it should be huge, right?
Yeah, it's just a really long lake and then a river. And it like goes all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico.
Mm-hmm. There's a neat like log that they have carved at the very start too.
If you Google Itasca State Park, you can see it.
You can see it. There is a live cam on there too.
Oh yeah,
So you can
go to their website. You can look at the live cam.
Yeah. So it's very busy park. 500,000 people visit it annually.
In 1832, there was a Native American. His name was Oza Winden. If you see the video of us, we're trying to pronounce his name. There's a trail named after him. We were trying to pronounce the name.
Yeah, we had a hard time pronouncing it.
He led Henry Schoolcraft to the source of the Mississippi River. There's a Schoolcraft trail that we hiked on. Later, Jacob Bauer came to settle a dispute as to where the headwaters was actually located. He had a trail too. We also hiked on that one. He was determined not to let the park get destroyed by like logging, because there's a lot of really cool trees. So he managed to turn it into a state park in 1891. So Excellent. It's been a state park for over 100 years.
Yeah, and it's got some really beautiful stuff there, so it was fun.
Huge trees.
We got ready to go on our winter camping trip, which we call it winter camping even though it was October because there was snow on the ground. But
it was cold. It was
below zero the whole time. Not below zero. Mm-mm. Not below zero. It was below freezing the whole time. And
we'll get below zero later.
We're not there yet.
It's still I don't know.
The next podcast, it'll be below 0 probably. Scared, nervous. What do you think
excited.
beforehand? Excited. So that's another question we've got before our adventures.
I was excited. Last time I was winter camping. We did some winter camping with Dad. Luke and I did when we were little.
Right.
Little. And then Luke and I did one winter camping trip, basically in our backyard, pretty much, a couple winters ago.
That one was really cold though.
That was really cold.
Because we lived on a lake at the time, and there was this tiny little island in the middle of this little lake that we lived on. And they went hiking out to the little island and brought all their stuff, on a ski sled thing behind them and set up their tent and did all this stuff. It was cold.
Had a little fire, and it took us a while to start the fire. Neither of us could figure out one of those little lighter things. We more used to matches and stuff and the click lighters. We're like, how do you use this?
Oh yeah, it was one of those ones with the thumb.
Yeah,
right?
Both of us our thumbs were so sore by the end because it would not light. We have no idea how to do this. But yeah, that was the last time I went winter camping. That's a couple years ago. So I've done it before. I was really excited.
Last time I went winter camping, it was when I was in college.
We're not saying how many years ago.
It was a couple years ago. No, we are not saying those things.
If you ever wonder where she went to college,
I have an
obsession. Just slight.
Let me do a little bit of plugging right here. Yes, Michigan Tech. Okay.
So she's used to snow.
Yeah, and there's a ton of snow up there. And I was not an adventurer when I went up there. But I met my husband right away, our future husband, right away. And he is a huge adventurer. So he drags me out to go winter camping.
And you still married him.
And I have no idea why. At the Porcupine Mountains, there are a lot of stories that we have. And I look back and I think, how did I even stay with you? Right? And this was one of them. And he bought me, bless his heart, because he's so awful with presents, he buys me a 0-degree bag for Christmas.
It still exists.
It still exists.
It's still in our store.
I have used it one time when we went camping in the Porcupine Mountains after Christmas one year, and it was probably 20 below 0. And I have a 0-degree bag, and so we're bundled up with a bunch of stuff, and we went backpacking in our snowshoes. And I was
still have those old snowshoes?
Cold. Yes, yeah.
You still have the same snowshoes. They're the tennis racket ones.
They're metal. They probably weigh 5 pounds each.
We're please get a new pair.
He still has them. He will not replace them. So, we went backpacking, and I was never so cold in my life. And I don't think I've ever been that cold again. So I basically decided I'm never, ever doing this again. And then you dragged me out there. It wasn't backpacking, but still.
I was going to go backpacking, and then, it got cold. And she's like, why don't we go winter camping again instead? I'm like, okay, that's fine. As long as we don't go, in a camper, because that's too much in
I
your
do have the
comfort
pop-up, and I was
you
going
have
to
a
be
pop-up camper, but that's
with the heater.
That's too much in the comfort zone.
Your dad winterized it, though.
Yes.
Right before we left, so I couldn't... I couldn't fall back on it.
Nope.
So I was a little bit nervous about just waking up. I remember that being the hardest part with winter camping is waking up and being cold.
But we have some good ideas. Check out our video.
Yes, we do.
This is why you go camping with an engineer.
I engineered a few things. It was so fun. But we had a great time, but I was a little bit nervous about getting cold and not being able to warm up. Mm-hmm. And we did a really good job because we planned so well ahead of time.
Yeah, and we had the truck too, so we could just get in it, turn the heat all the way up. Mm-hmm. But it really didn't get too cold.
No, it really
turned out an awesome fire. It took a while to get going, but we brought a lot of wood, so we burned it all out. We had a really big fire. It was great.
It was great. What did we expect to get out of this besides just time together?
I wanted to explore Itasca. I've only been to the headwaters, which is 500 feet down the trail from the visitor center, and down Schoolcraft Trail. So I wanted to go more places, which we did, which is fun. We explored some Indian mounds and a new hiking trail, and got lost in a parking lot with a map. And
yeah, we did. We got lost in a parking lot with a map.
I don't have my water bottle with me. I got an Itasca sticker for my water bottle.
Yeah, it was just a great thing to explore your backyard. I wanted to learn more about Itasca myself, and I wanted to kind of kick off our Adventurous podcast with this really awesome opportunity to do something very much outside of my comfort zone with my daughter. And it was awesome. It was so much fun. So in our next podcast, when we do release it, we are going to be talking about just some of the things that we learned.
So after this, we're going to get the video of us doing the adventure and then the conclusion, which is going to be the next podcast.
Right.
So check out our YouTube channel. So check out our, wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcast,
Stitcher,
Spotify. Wait, do we
Podbean,
have it on Spotify?
Spotify.
Okay, yeah, Spotify.